Hello everyone and welcome back to the channel. Thank you for joining me today. So I'm going to be doing a 1 year review of the Common Sail Meta SX. This is the version 4 Olean's edition, and basically I'm just going to run through how it's been for 1 year's riding. Let's get into it. After owning the bike for the best part of a year now, there's been a few changes along the way. General wear and tear items or things I fancy changing. So basically I had to change the chain after so long. I can't remember how far into the ride of owning the bike, but basically I changed the chain when it was about 50% worn, and they didn't have no XT chains available in stock at the time, so I switched it out to an SLX one. And in fairness, I've not really noticed any difference from an XT to an SLX. Really impressed with the cassette. It's held up loads. The jockey wheels are still doing their bit. I did get some play in the rear derailleur, but it's not too bad. I actually contacted Common Sail and they were super helpful, that it isn't really a warranty issue. It does come down to wear and tear of the bike. And in fairness, the amount of riding I've done on the bike since I've had it, I can understand that. But what they did offer was a new rear derailleur for I think it was just above trade price, probably, because it was super cheap. I couldn't find it cheaper anywhere else, but it hasn't affected the shift in performance at all, so I've left that as it is. But yeah, it's something to note that there is a bit of play in the rear derailleur, but yeah, that's to be expected, I would presume. I have switched out the brakes. I have gone to Hope Tech Free V4s. I've had these on previous bikes, and basically the reason I switched over to these is I did find that when I was at bike parks doing laps all day, there was absolutely nothing wrong with the XT brakes. However, they were a bit wanting when it comes to on the steeper technical sections where I was going fast and riding steep terrain. I found I needed just a little bit more. So what I did is I went back to Hope, that I've tried and tested before and absolutely highly rate. I then also switched up the rotor size as well and went from 200 that were on the bike standard to 220. So I jacked up the brake diameter and also the quality of the brakes. Braking has been phenomenal ever since. So, but nothing wrong with XT, but for steeper downhill riding, I think Hope pull the ticks in really. So yeah, that was quite a big change. Also, something I didn't really need to do, although what reminded me when I had to change the cable on the dropper post is they are a bit of a faff to do, and personally I've never had no problems with reverbs. There's a lot of up and down reviews, pun intended, and basically I've never had no problems with them, so I switched out to a hydraulic reverb. So I put in a 175 reverb. It did come standard with the KS 150 dropper, and basically I'm able to pretty much slam the bike. I can slam that. I've got it up just slightly, just to show you. But I can slam the bike with a 175 reverb, which is pretty cool. So when the seat's right out of the way, it is right slammed out. But also it's got enough reach on it now for full pedals up the hill, which is awesome. So I also changed out the headset as well. I switched to a Hope one, and basically the reason I done that is the A-Cross one did start to creak a little bit. It lasted a few months, which is pretty good really, considering they get rubbish reviews. But I didn't have no problems to start with, but when it started creaking, it becomes a bit irritating. So yeah, that was like the last of the bits that have been changed on the bike. In general, the geometry really suits me. I'm 5'8" in height, and it's a size medium, and I don't feel stretched out at all. I'm running a 35mm Birdtech stem, so nothing crazy there. I've got 35mm rise bars, so nothing too crazy. And yeah, the reach feels amazing. I've got a 10mm spacer underneath. Yeah, happy with the reach and the stance when I'm on the bike. It definitely pedals really well. I was really impressed with, obviously, being on a coil shock and also with more modern geometry. I was really impressed in how well it pedaled. I didn't actually flip it into the firmer setting on the shock. I've always kept it in the middle. The only time I dropped it to fully open was when I was at the bike parks, like at Dovey Bike Park and so on, where it was really steep and really fast technical terrain. But yeah, really impressed. I had the fault service actually just recently by TF Tunes, and in fairness to the Öhlins forks, they felt absolutely amazing. I got them sent away because I was off the bike for a little while, so it worked out quite well to get them done. And when I got them back, Jake, who done the work at TF Tunes, cheers for that, he actually wrote me a little love letter. He wrote me a little letter about what he's done to the forks and everything else, and he sent all the seals back and everything, and they were pretty worn. So even though the forks felt amazing, they did need servicing. So top tip, keep on top of your servicing. But yeah, overall really impressed with the bike. I've just recently updated the graphics. I changed and put a digital camo effect on it just to freshen it up for next year, give it a little bit of protection. It did come with a protection kit, but I've gone over the top of that as well with an extra layer, and also got the down tube stickers now, like the version 5 and so on. I'm pretty stoked with that. The quality of it is insane. Obviously you can't really see it in the picture, but it is so thick and really good. And also it's like a self-healing, so it will actually pop out if I get any dings and stuff. Also, just to add to the fun factor, I changed the wheel graphics as well, so they now match in with the graphics I've had on the main frame. So shout out to SDG for doing those for us. Mike Joseph, who used to run the Penshurst Downhill Club off-road racing, and yeah, he was sick. He really helped out loads, gave me loads of feedback all the way through the journey. We got it all done, and I'm absolutely stoked. So really good pricing, really top quality stuff, highly recommend. But yeah, in general, absolutely blown away with the bike. Can't wait to give it another season of riding. It's been an amazing bike, and working with Commensal when purchasing the bike and everything was a really straightforward, easy process, direct to the consumer, really helpful. And also with my local bike shop, Bike Tart, helping me out along the way. Well, there we have it. That's a year review on the bike. Absolutely loving the Commensal Meta SX. Absolutely blown away by the modern geometry, the mullet wheel setup, the suspension. It's been insane. And to be on Shimano for a little while was really good. Actually really blown away. I'm a bit of a SRAM fanboy, to be fair, but for now I'm going to stick with Shimano, and we'll see how the future goes. Keep an eye out for that. So I've got some mega things planned for next year, so keep an eye out for more riding videos coming. There's a lot more in the pipeline. But yeah, I'll do some like epic videos at the end here. But I hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, please give it a thumbs up, and also please do subscribe. I really appreciate it. But until next time, stay awesome. See you on the hill. Peace.